doing that scene where you were saying goodbye to us, which people will see, it was getting a little emotional, and it was just so strange because it was really the first time it felt very visceral that everything was ending.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that day too, with the little knapsack walking. It was sort of a sad little moment. I actually, when I texted Fred, I said, I'm actually not leaving Portlandia. What I'm doing is I'm going to my trailer where we're going to be waiting for them to start Portlandia, the movie. So that was my rationale. So I didn't, because that's what I told myself, so I wouldn't feel so bad about not being able to be in Portland with you guys. It was my summer vacation. You know, it's like something I look forward to every year, being able to come up to Portland to see you, to see Fred, and to work with everyone, do this character, and enjoy Portland, hang out with you guys, have some fun times. And,
I
know. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it, but finale is. I always felt like on the show, every time that I had something to do, I said, well, they're never going to invite me back after this, but it's really fun.
My favorite moment of that is when you sang, when you had to sing sort of the unofficial Portland anthem.
Yes.
And that was one of my favorite moments because you completely improvised it. And I felt like I was watching like Tom Jones or something.
Tom Jones. That's nice. That's a compliment. I was sort of feeling, I always say that I channeled my inner Shatner. And I kind of tried to imagine what William Shatner would do in that moment.
Oh, I think you exceeded anything Shatner.
Did I?
Yeah.
Very kind.
Well, very kind. I feel like, we obviously wrote for you every season. And then with this final season really felt, I mean, I wish you had been in every episode of the last season. But I will say, I think my favorites, I know they what do you think your favorites were of the mayoral sketches?
Every year, every summer, there was something great. Like one of the ones that I loved was the always going off the grid from the very first one with the reggae band.
Yeah.
But the one where we went sort of Apocalypse Now.
Yes.
Only because it's maybe my top movie of ever, Apocalypse Now. And so I suddenly was like, oh, okay, I get to do all of that, Kurt's, Willard dialogue when he's talking, where are you from, Willard? So I got to do all of that. And then not only that, but when you guys were there, I remember it was the one time that Fred actually snorted, because I think I made like a loud call into the wilderness in a moment. And I think I remember Fred, because Fred never broke. You and I were always like,
I know,
easy marks, but Fred was like so stoic, and that was the one time he let out a snort. It wasn't really a laugh, but it was a snort, and I felt like I somehow like succeeded at something. But I did enjoy that one. That was a lot of fun. They were all great, I got to say.
I loved that one too, only because it was so rare for us to shoot at night, as you know. So it always felt very special. It felt like we were all like sort of like it even amplified that summer camp feeling or something. You just being out late at night, we were in the woods, and that they had lit up all the trees, and we came down in that little ATV.
I remember.
And the production design was amazing, and you were just there, and you're just completely feral at that point.
I got completely off the edge.
Yeah.
I like that one, and I like the Batty Batterson. I remember thinking to myself, that's one for me, when I was like, man, we are really creating something right on the spot, in the and making it up, kind of. And you were always like so inventive and so willing to like you leapt forward so fast. I remember thinking that about you, and said her mind works so quickly, and you move so fast through the dialogue, through the scenes, through the situations, I guess.
I felt like that's kind of when we established the dynamic between Carrie, the mayor, and Fred, which was that I was always a little bit game to kind of get on board with some of your ideas.
That's true.
No matter how outlandish. And then Fred became the skeptic, which is kind of the opposite, I think, in real life. That I feel like I'm more of the skeptic in real life.
Right.
And Fred and Fred is really game. And so I think that
Yeah.
was always fun about the dynamic with the mayor is that I got to be the one that was always ready to go and ready to be
Yeah.
on board.
Yeah, you're right. Fred was always putting the brakes on, kind of, and you were like, come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was good. But yeah, I feel like I think that's what a lot of people enjoyed about the show, and that what I enjoyed, I mean, in terms of the people that came on to play with us and to perform with us, is that ability to create the character themselves and to kind of, just have sort of a loose outline of, where we were supposed to go, but we could take a circuitous route to get there.
Yeah. No, I always felt that. I always felt like, I mean, so much of that stuff that we created was done literally 10 minutes before we started to roll. I remember putting on facial hair in the last minute and sort of going, wait, I need that hat, as you're walking out of the trailer, and that becoming sort of the character's, main item, I guess, or I don't know, just from there came the character. It was like, when kids play, it's like they grab something and suddenly they transform themselves into this new thing. And I felt very much like we were kids. So I loved that.
I loved that too.